Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Kenzi, how do we know each other?
From work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did pretty good together, didn't we?
We did. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Weren't we on?
second shift.
Yeah.
When I first met you, I thought you didn't like me.
I thought the same thing about you.
You were just so quiet. We were doing the trays, and you threw me in the first position. And like,
Yeah.
I could not keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. And then when we went to assembly, we kind of started talking. So we did kind of develop from there.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now?
Now I am working on my tattooing apprenticeship, but
Really?
I don't have an apprenticeship yet, but I'm working on it.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing Spark, so I deliver for them, and it's really nice. Just
Yeah.
not having a set schedule every single day. I can just do what I want, what makes me happy. It's nice.
Really? That's wonderful. And the tattooing thing. So you love to draw then, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I draw every day, and it's like a huge passion of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Too bad we don't have any pictures. That would be cool to see though. But maybe you can send me some
Yeah.
later. So Kenzie. Kenzie.
Eva.
So what makes you you?
What makes me me? That's a very interesting question. Um, I don't know. I just exist.
So tell me, were you born here in Missouri?
Yeah, I was born here in, well, technically St. Louis, but I've lived here my whole life.
In Union or Washington or
In Union, in
yeah.
the same location actually. I haven't, well, I moved once, but um, it's funny because where I live now was my trailer that I lived in growing up until I was 7. And then my parents built a house on the same land, just like down the road, the same driveway. And my grandpa lived there for a long time. So when he passed and I was coming back from Texas, that was where I stayed. So that's where I'm at now and have been for a good 5 years probably. But it's just a little rundown trailer in the middle of the woods. So
Happy.
happy, very happy. Love
Yeah,
it.
that's good. You said Texas. What part of Texas?
El Paso.
Really? El Paso. I hated El
It's
Paso.
the worst. It's the worst place to ever be. Just dust and like a
Mhm.
dust mountain off in the distance.
Did you ever cross the street to Mexico?
No, I almost did on accident when I was going to Walmart because it's it's such like because I live right on the border,
Hmm.
so that town is just like you accidentally go down that road and you're almost in Mexico. Have to flip around really fast before you
No,
go.
Port Bliss is there.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's where my husband lives,
really.
ex-husband. Yeah,
Oh, so you were married?
yeah,
How many times?
just once.
Once. How long?
Um, technically like 4 years, but we really only spent like 3, 4 months together in person.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you about
Yes,
that?
please.
Okay. So my brother was graduating from base or boot camp,
Hmm.
and I met TJ, which is my ex-husband there. And it's funny because I went there being like, I'm gonna find a husband, and I found a husband like immediately.
How old
Um,
were you?
I was 19,
Okay.
and he was 28.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, and we hit it off, and I got his number, and immediately the first thing he said was, "When are we getting married?" And I'm like, "Right now." And so we talked ever since then, like for a couple months, and then it was like, actually, we're gonna get married, and we were supposed to go to Italy. That was the original plan, but things changed, and he ended up being stationed in El Paso, and so I had to move there. So I went there, and it was horrible. It was the worst time ever. and what
Did you live on base or off base?
on base,
On
on
base.
base.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a big. It's like a little city though. I don't.
it
They
is.
had Buffalo Wild Wings, a movie theater.
Yeah, just going into the store there was like such a whole new experience for me because you have to have the card
Hmm.
for everything. It's so weird. It's like a whole different world.
Yes, the PX is or the commissary,
Yes,
however you
yeah,
guys call
yeah,
it.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
I've had many trips there.
yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have any? You mentioned your brother. Do you have any other sisters or brothers, or how many are y'all total?
No, just one brother. I don't know him really at all. Um, we grew up together until I was 13 ish. And then my parents got divorced when I was 9, and he went to live with my dad when I was like 13. So he was 15 at the time. And then I didn't talk to him again until maybe like 2 years ago. And we would see each other sometimes throughout those years, like once or twice a year, maybe, if that, and then haven't spoken. We,
Oh
he
wow.
just haven't spoken.
Are you close with your parents at all?
Not really. Um, my mom lives at that house on the same property just down the road, but we don't talk that much. But we try to. We try to. And my dad, I try to be close with him, but you know, it's a little difficult
Why is that?
because, well, he was doing a lot of drugs, and that's why they got divorced. And like, well, a lot of other things too, but he was doing a lot of drugs, and I remember going to places with him, like it was court mandated for me to go see him. And so when I did, it was just chaos. You know, he's just living in chaos. And um, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how to go from there. There's so many things with it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So I understand that. So growing up, how was that? How was that growing up with? Was your dad always into drugs, or was this like a sporadic thing, or did one day you wake up and just that that's what happened?
I feel like it was a slow progression because from what I know, because I was a kid, you know, because he started drinking a lot and then he fell off the roof of
Okay.
the house that we built down there. I remember I climbed up on the roof and I was 7, which is crazy, but I was on the roof with my brother and my mom and my dad. And on the back side of the house, he fell off and there's no porch, so it's like a really far fall. And all I remember is hearing him fall, my mom scream, and I like ran down the ladder and ran around the house and saw him on the ground with blood spurting out of his ankle because he had landed on his foot and it completely shattered like every bone in his foot and it just exploded like a bone was sticking out of it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I remember the ambulance came and I had to run down to the bottom of the driveway to flag them down. And I remember them carting him away and being like just so traumatized by that. But I forgot your question.
Did he start
Oh,
using?
yeah. So
So that
after
was that.
that, yeah, like after that, the pain meds. And so I think he got hooked
Addicted.
on those.
Yeah.
And then alcohol. And then they got divorced. And then he went down like meth
Oh
area.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
after that. And so I remember having to go to his drug places with him. And one time they locked me upstairs with ferrets while they were downstairs doing a bunch of drugs. And like that's how I became to love ferrets because they were like, you know, they were there. But so it was like that's how that happened, and then just kept getting worse, you know.
Mhm.
But he's good now.
Yeah.
He's clean now. He's
Is
been
he
clean.
married?
No,
Where is he?
he's about an hour away in Hillsboro.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I go clean my grandma's house every other weekend,
Mhm.
and so he lives there with my grandparents, and so I see him every other weekend.
So they're his parents.
Yeah.
Okay. And your mother's parents, are they still alive? Because I know you'd mentioned one had passed.
Yeah. Her mom is alive.
Okay.
But not
Now,
grandpa.
is your mom and your grandma close?
Not really, and they're very different people.
Really? Are
Yeah.
you close to your grandma?
No.
Really?
No.
What makes them so different?
Well, she is very like kind of Catholic, maybe. Like I don't know, just
So
very
strict?
judgmental. Yeah.
Okay.
And she's married to a man who controls her a lot. So it's
Yeah,
yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
And is your mom remarried?
No, she kind of basically is. She's been with the guy for a long time now. Like
Do you like him?
yeah, I love him.
Yeah,
He's a really good guy.
yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And you talk to him through to get to her? Like, is he like the buffer between you two?
No, no, I wouldn't say that. I like I do talk to my mom. I'll like quite a bit, but there's always like that barrier because we have this thing where we just don't quite understand each other. You know,
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. We're pretty different people, and she's done a lot of things growing up that have caused me to feel like I don't know, like I hold a lot of anger towards her for past things, and I try to push that away, but it always resurfaces.
It's just one little thing she says and you're off.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, and mothers know how to push our buttons,
yeah,
don't they?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, growing up, what was your happiest memory?
My other family, which was my friends that were literally up the road
Mhm.
from me, um, that's where it's because I didn't have family. Like I didn't. My mom worked like 3 jobs
Oh,
to
wow.
pay for the house because my dad was gone, and it was just me and my brother for a little bit. But so she was never around. So I lived with a different family basically up the road, and they were just everything to me. They were so great. We would go ripstick and longboard all the time, and it wasn't technically great though because I started smoking and drinking at 9.
Oh, wow.
And that's because I was living up there with them, and they would buy us cartons of cigarettes as a child. But it was great. Like
Yeah, you had fun.
I had
No
so much fun.
restriction.
Yeah, no, it was so great.
I get that. Now, I guess because your mother worked a lot and you were with these people, do you still communicate with them? Do you still talk to them?
No, I think about it almost daily and just wanting to talk to them again, but no, I don't. They moved away like quite a long time ago.
Like to a different state, or you
I
don't
think it was
know?
just like a couple hours away in
Oh, okay.
Missouri.
Okay.
I saw her. That's one of my friends that was there. Maybe when I was 20, so 2020. Um, went to go see them, and it was crazy because like all her sisters were all grown up, and she has a kid now, and all
Oh,
these
wow.
things. But yeah, we don't talk very much.
You guys are the same age?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think? Kids in your future?
No,
No.
no, I don't want kids. I do not want kids.
Do you believe that if you say that now, but maybe later on you might change your mind?
I mean, maybe if I met the right person, but I highly doubt that I would.
Why is that?
Just because, I mean, what are the chances that you meet someone that's so perfect that you would want to have children with? Like, it's just,
So, getting back to your marriage, how did you? I mean, did you just married because you just wanted to get married, just wanted to have a husband, or did you really like this guy, love this guy?
um, a little bit of both. I'm very much a spontaneous person, so I like to run away from things, and I'm working on that. But like always run away from things. But that was like an opportunity for me to run away because we were going to go to Italy, and I'm like, oh, I can run away from my life with this man. And then I did, and it ended up not being as pretty as I thought it was going to be.
Stuck in El
And I
Paso.
was stuck in El Paso.
Fort Bliss, man.
Yeah, Fort Bliss. um,
So there was never any going to be any deployment. How long were you married for?
uh, 3 to 4 years
So
ish.
while he was enlisted.
Yeah, I stayed married with him only because I didn't want him to have to live in the barracks. Um,
Ah, that's yeah. I was
you
gonna
know,
ask that, but I didn't. I didn't want to because yeah, most people get married.
to not have to live.
Yeah,
Yes, and I
to
think
live off
that's
base and have
definitely
that. Yeah,
part of why he did that. Yeah. But it's okay because he helped me out a lot. Like afterwards, we were really good friends after and before and after. Like during the whole like, oh, we're actually together part, not
no.
good. But as friends, so great.
So you're still friends with him,
I would be,
but is
but
married again?
I don't know. I
Oh,
actually we used to talk like almost daily, but about 2 years ago, we finally got divorced, and because I was with my ex now, and he was uncomfortable with me being married, so I got divorced for him. But now I'm not even with that guy anymore. But I haven't talked to my ex husband since, really.
do you think he was upset because you wanted a divorce, or
No, he's always been very open and just totally cool with all of that. So he was like, of course, like he
oh,
wants you
okay,
to get divorced. Okay, I'll figure it out, and he figured it out for me. But I know he was in a relationship um, at the time. But recently, I tried to get in contact with him because of what's all going on in the world, wanting to
hmm
make sure he's like okay. Um, but I haven't been able to get in contact with him at all.
So speaking of the world,
Yes.
what's your political view?
Oh man. I I don't really have one. I know that I'm against war. I think that that's shouldn't be happening and all that should not be happening. But I'm not. I've never been like Republican, Democrat. Like I'm just here, and I wish I knew more about things, but I just don't. So,
I hear in the news that sometimes it's all biblical. What do you think about the religion part of it?
it feels very medieval.
Really medieval.
Yeah, like I mean, are we really gonna like? Why can't we just let people believe what they believe and just let that be? You know?
And what's your stance on religion anyway?
Um, I think any of it could be real. Um, but I don't believe in one specific thing. So I don't think any of them are wrong. I just think who knows? We'll find out when we die, and I don't think that we should I don't know judge other people for what they believe. I think people should just live and let live. You know.
Yeah, I do. So what do you think about, I guess, the steps of where your life is going? Where do you see yourself? Where do you want to be? It doesn't matter what's 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, whatever. But where do you see yourself as a person going?
Hmm. The ocean.
The ocean.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've always wanted to live near the ocean. I don't really care what I'm doing
hmm
as long as I'm there.
Yeah, and you're stuck in the middle of the Midwest.
Yep. Sure am.
Just rivers,
Yep.
no ocean whatsoever.
Yep.
So when you were in El Paso, did you get to go to Corpus Christi or the Gulf?
No, I did
None.
nothing while I was in El Paso
Wow.
besides deal with him
And the dust.
and the dust. Oh my god! And I had two huskies at the time,
Oh, wow.
and that was they hated it. Obviously, that was part of the reason why I left too, because we had this tiny little backyard, dirt,
No grass.
just dirt, and they go out and then come back in, and there's dirt inside. It's horrible. It's so bad.
Wow. So, do you still have those huskies?
No,
No,
that is a very sad story.
really. Oh, did he have to take them or?
No, they were mine.
Oh, they were yours. So you got to take them with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you talked about ferrets. You talked about your huskies, and you are a big animal person, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember a story you told me about 2 years old or 4 years old. You had a traumatic experience with something. Can you share it?
Yes. If you're referring to the pig.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I've always wanted to make my dad like me. So even just at a very young age. And we had a bunch of pigs, and he would kill them. And one day it was time for him to kill one of them, and I begged my mom and my dad to let me watch, and they let me, which is crazy. But
And how old were you at the
I
time?
was like 4.
Okay, you were 4.
Yeah. Um, and I remember in my front yard that I live in now, my front yard, next to this tree, there's this giant pig, and he goes, "Okay, you ready?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he shot the pig in the head. And I can see it so clearly in my mind. The pig fell on the ground and was just convulsing, like so violently, and it was just traumatic. It was so
Mhm.
traumatic. And I remember crying and crying and crying, and it was really bad, and it sticks with me.
Yeah. So now you are for animals, no matter what.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
actually a vegetarian, aren't you?
I am trying to be now.
Really?
I was vegan. I was vegetarian and then vegan, and then got with my now ex, who had me start eating meat again. Not like forcefully, but it just worked out that way because it made his life easier, and it just happened that way. And I hated it every single second of it. But now we're not together, so I'm working on going back to what feels actually good for me.
Yeah. You did mention though that it was kind of hard on your body. Was that not correct?
Yeah, it was. I just wasn't doing it right at
Okay.
all. I was basically just not eating, like,
Oh, yeah.
because I was like, not, or at least not eating enough nutrients. I wasn't even taking vitamins or anything. I had no idea. I was just like, don't eat meat.
And now you're better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. So I know you said the ocean, but do you want to know what ocean you want to go to?
No, I don't really have a preference. Just as well, maybe not the Gulf. It's not
Yeah.
very pretty, but
No, it's full of mud.
yeah. Anything else, I'm cool with.
I get that. I get that. So, Kenzie, I know you said that you don't want any children. What do you want to do for your legacy? What is it that you want your legacy to be?
Hmm. I don't know. I'm not big on the whole legacy thing because I I think we're just all here to experience life in our own way. So I'm not too concerned with what am I going to do to impact the world type thing. But if I was to do something, it would be something with animals, like advocating for them. Like I just saw a video of a bunch of people that saved a bunch of beagles from this testing facility, and I'm like, I want to do that. I want to be there.
You
I
don't want
will.
to tie yourself to the tree, though.
No, I'll tie
Oh,
myself
you
to a tree.
will.
Yes, I will. I'm a tree hugger.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Good. Good. Good to know. Make sure none of that happens.
yeah.
But no, it's. But I mean, how do you? how should we? How should we be able to get the answers that we need if something's not being used, whether it's monkeys or rats or beagles or ducks? How do we get these answers? How are we able to, come, I guess, go far to see where our answers lie?
Well, I feel like if we're gonna do something or we need to know something for humans, then I feel like we should test on humans.
But we do have these so-called studies that do include humans, but in order to get there, we have to test. How do we do that then? You know what I
I
mean? I
don't
mean,
know.
we do have those studies for humans, but it takes a minute to get there.
I feel like a lot of that has to do with them not wanting. They feel like human life is higher than animal life. And so they're gonna test first on something they deem as a lower level being. But I feel like we're all on the same plane. Like ants and humans, are on the same level. So I still think like should test on humans and figure that part out, not put animals that aren't they're innocent. They don't know anything. I don't think we should test on them.
Well, what about the mean grizzly bear that comes after you to beat you?
Just living our life.
I understand. I mean, I get it. I was just trying to see where I can get from you.
Yeah.
Um, so what do you like? I mean, on a regular day, take me through your day. What do you do on a daily basis? I know you said that you do your deliveries and stuff like that, but you do your drawings as well. Um, but you said you weren't an actual apprentice yet. Why is that?
No, just because I haven't set up my portfolio yet. And my friend's a tattoo artist, and she's kind of helping me get into it a little bit more. But right now, really, I'm just saving up to get new needles because I need different gauge needles and some more supplies so I can start tattooing on myself first. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But I figured that I would quit my job so I have more time to pursue what I want to do.
And is that helping out
Yeah.
that you quit your job?
Yes, I make so much more money.
Really?
And I'm just so free. I can take a break whenever I want. Like I feel so good for the first time in a very long time.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Now, we talked about your love life, and I know that you're not really high up there yet because you feel like you won't meet that person. Why do you say that?
Because people suck.
Either you think they're stupid or they suck. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I get it.
And like there's so many stories of people getting married and having children. Oh, it's the best thing in the world. And then 10 years down the line, he cheats on her, or like something horrible happens, or they're just not good. And then you get divorced, and then, like, I don't know.
What do you think the dynamic is, though? What do you think, what makes them be like magnets where you put them together and they just separate?
I don't know. I think people change and they change in different ways.
So, do you believe that maybe change is good, but adapting to the change would be better or not better?
Um,
Because you said that people change. So during the changes of people that go through life married, um, changing, no changing, adapting, no adapting. Where do you see all that?
Um, I don't know. I think they go hand in hand. So change is always good, I think. And in a marriage, if I don't know, that's a hard
Yeah, no,
one.
I get it. I guess where I was trying to see was where how you saw yourself, being married to someone who decides to, because I mean you're still young, this negativeness of meeting a Prince Charming. I see that.
Yeah.
But I mean you're still so young. You still have so much to enjoy. You know, that'll come later. But when you do decide to remarry or maybe never get married, how are what are your feelings on that?
I'm open to it. I'm open to it if we connect enough in the right ways.
What does that mean? I mean, of course, you don't want someone hiding, drugs from you or, as a spender, but someone that will match you. What's your, I guess, what's Mr. Right look like?
Someone that can have fun with me without making every little thing into an issue. I don't know. But because in my past, that's all it's been is just like everything's an issue.
Give me an example. What does that mean?
Like this past relationship I was in for a very long time, uh, two times, but um,
What do you mean two times? How long?
I dated him when I was 16, um, for about 2 years, and then we broke up for like 4 years, and then got back together, and we were together for like 3 years after that. But I ended up losing all of my friends during that time period. The second time, um, he suffocated me and kind of just put me in a little box, and I couldn't do anything without him knowing where I was, what I'm doing, who I'm talking to. But then it wasn't like reciprocated. Like I couldn't. I was
Mm,
crazy if like I asked him the same questions that he would ask me. And I don't know.
okay, so it was more a controlling, toxic relationship than it
Very
was.
toxic. Very toxic.
Okay, wow. And so you finally broke up. What made you decide to break up? Did you break up with him or did he break up with you?
I broke up with him, because, well, we broke up once because he kept getting calls and messages from his ex for like 2 years while we were together.
Oh wow.
Wouldn't let me see any of the messages, but he would tell me sometimes when he would get the messages, but he wouldn't let me read them or anything, because apparently they were really negative towards me, whatever. But I'm like, I don't care. I would like to see what she's saying to you. For we're in year two of being together, and he wouldn't show me, and so I broke up with him. And well, then we were like separated, but still seeing each other. I went to Mexico with my mom and well, Cozumel, and during that time we were talking like normal, saying like I love you and all that stuff. But he was sleeping with another girl that he worked with, and so then when we got back together, I had asked him before we got back together if he had been with anyone. Or I said in a joking way, well, if have you been with like a million people? And he said no. But that was his opportunity to tell me that he'd been with one person. Um, but he didn't tell me that. And so, like 6 months after we were already back together completely, I found out that he had slept with her and he's been working with her that whole time.
How'd you find out?
I asked him directly because I felt really weird about it. And he answered, he said, "Yeah, I slept with the girl I was working with, I am working with." And I was like, "Well, why didn't you tell me that before?" And he said, "Because I didn't ask that specific question."
Come on.
Yeah. And
Yeah, that
so
was
then
it.
it was like, I stayed with him for a year after that, trying to be okay because he made me feel like I was wrong for feeling hurt by that. Um, but then I finally realized, like, I can't get over this. Like, you still work with her. You don't want to find a new job. You're still making me seem like the bad person. So I finally left, and he still wants to continue dating, but no.
Good. Good for you.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Some people tend to stay in relationships because they don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
Do you like being alone?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. But at first, it was hard because I've always been with somebody, never been alone. Um, but now it's like, wow,
Peaceful.
so peaceful. I can sleep in my bed, have my whole bed to myself, and my dogs. But
Yeah. Biscuit and
Luna.
Luna.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Middle of the bed
Yes.
or the side or the other side or the foot.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. It's yours.
Hmm.
That's good. And how long have you been single?
Um, 8 months, I think.
Oh, so it's fairly recent, not too long.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you looking to get into a relationship now or
If they come along, yeah, but I'm not really worried about it.
okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask, since you can't give me a future, you can't give me a legacy.
Yeah.
What do you want to what do you want to do with let's say the next 6 months? Where do you want to be?
Tattooing. No matter where that is, I want to be doing that.
And do you have a name for yourself? I mean, besides Kenzie, do you see yourself with you know how some people have like names that they give themselves, tattoo artists especially. Do you have your name?
No,
No?
no.
That's just Kenzie.
It's just kind
That's cool.
of
And how many, I know you have two dogs. How many cats do you have?
three, technically.
Technically.
Yeah, because one of them is mine, and I got her to have her. But then one of them was from a place I used to work.
Hmm.
She was out in the back of this building, and she's feral. I trapped her and her kittens
Oh,
because she
wow.
had newborn kittens and took her home and fostered them, and they all have new homes. She was feral for a good year straight, wouldn't let anyone touch her or go near her. You'd walk into the room and she'd jump on the walls, like that bad.
Oh,
But
wow.
now she fully asks me to pet her, and it's crazy, like
How,
the turnaround.
how does she ask you?
Like she'll just come up to me and meow and at me and do a little circle and
Oh,
let come pet
wow.
her.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's,
And then my other cat I found on the road like last year and just picked her up and brought her with me because she was a stray cat. Got her, or went to see if she was microchipped. She wasn't. Posted her everywhere. Nobody claimed her. Spent a bunch of money to get her all fixed up. She had like ear mites and needed a
oh,
bunch of shots and stuff. And she's my mystery kitty. That's what I name her.
mystery.
Mystery kitty. Yep.
That's cute. So just three for now, right?
Three.
So someone else walks in front of you and says,
No.
meow.
I'm trying to find a home for Mystery, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because she can't be around my other cats.
Oh, I was going to ask you that. Do they get along?
The other two do, but Mystery has FIV, so that's like cat AIDS, basically.
Oh, okay.
And if she bites them, then they'll get AIDS. But she always wants to attack them. Like she won't stopped, so I have to keep her separate.
Oh, wow.
It's very annoying.
And do your dogs get along with your cats?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
yeah.
I've always wanted to have a dog and a cat, and I've had their names picked out. My dog would be, if it's a boy, it'll be Oliver. If it's a
Aw,
girl, it'll be Molly. And my cat would either be Milo if it's a boy or a girl. So,
I love
yeah,
that. Like from Milo Notice.
from the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my thing, but unfortunately, I can't have any animals or pets. I don't know about whether they're going to be your comfort pets, like your support animals and stuff like that. I don't know what the restrictions are, but yeah, that's cool. That would be cool to have a puppy. I haven't had a puppy since my dog Sophie. So now, Kenzie, do you plan to tattoo your whole body?
Oh yeah,
Really,
oh yeah.
including your face,
No, well, okay. No, not my face, probably.
your neck,
Maybe, probably, but all the way down. Yeah.
and you're going to do all this yourself? Well,
Wow.
the parts that you can
The
do.
parts I can, yes. Yeah.
Is there okay? So I've always wondered, you know, on tattoos whether or not there's they're going to be like related to each other, or you see people with spots here and there, and then it's like okay, but nothing matches. How does that work?
I think that's the beauty of it because it's every single piece is a different piece of artwork, and then
Okay,
all together it becomes one collage of
stuff.
stuff.
That's interesting. I'm glad you cleared that up. I always thought that tattoos always had to match, with
No.
everything. So I was, because the tribal art that I see on people, the ones that I've seen and the ones that I look at, some of them, just are all over the place, and I didn't understand why. So I'm glad you cleared that up for me.
Yeah, I think it's just whatever you want, it's your
Hmm.
body.
Yeah.
Put whatever you want on it. Doesn't matter.
I thought it did.
No, we're all gonna be in the ground one day. Like
Hmm.
just we're temporarily here.
Yeah.
So
What do you do for collect? Do you collect anything like ornaments or
mm,
unicorns or turtles, frogs?
no. I don't think so.
No,
No.
no.
Mm.
Now, if you wanted to travel, I know you said you've been to Mexico. Where else have you been?
Spain, Portugal, England, but not like that's the only time. Like I went on one big trip to Spain and Portugal and England all in one swoop, but that's really it. I haven't really been anywhere else. Well, besides Montana, I went to Montana, lived there for a couple weeks.
A couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It was cold, decided to come back.
No, it was warm. I came back from my friend.
Oh. So when you traveled overseas, I know you said it was just one big trip. Did you go for sightseeing? Who'd you go with?
Oh, it was a school trip. So
Okay.
that was when I was um like 16, 17. It was a school trip. We went to lots of places over there. The
And did
Rock of Gibraltar was probably the coolest.
yeah, yeah. I think you can cross it at one point in the day or something, where the is it like low level, high level kind of thing to cross, or
No, it's connected to the land.
oh, it is.
So yeah,
Okay, okay.
we were supposed to go to Africa, and
Oh,
we could see it from the rock way out there, just a little thing, and they're like, "There's Africa," but they
oh,
were like in the middle of some war or something, so we
oh,
couldn't go.
okay. Swim with the sharks.
Yeah, yeah.
They do that in Cape Cod, I think, where you can do that. They'll let you go down and just be right there. And you're in a cage.
That'd be
It's like
so
dangling.
cool. That would be so cool.
Oh wow. So I know you said you're spontaneous. So what's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done besides get married? keep it PG though.
Yeah, that's what I was. Most spontaneous thing. Maybe jumping off of a bridge where I ended up falling off of the bridge.
Oh wow, did you break anything?
No, I almost drowned though.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's Old Bruns Bridge in St. Clair. It went down with one of the big floods that we had a couple
Hmm.
years ago. But people would go down there and jump all the time. And I jumped a few times and then jumped and like hit the bar that was underneath the bridge and fell. And like all the wind was knocked out of me. And I was couldn't swim. I was like drowning for a minute. But
How to wait?
yeah.
That's huge. How did you survive?
Oh,
And how did you get to the point where you fell off?
well, I was running to go jump,
Uh-huh.
but then I just tripped and just
Oh.
fell off the bridge. And my friend the whole time was just laughing, but I was like dying down there.
And how did you survive? What happened? Who helped you?
Nobody helped me. I was just I was under the water for a good minute or so, not able to move because all the air was knocked
Uh-huh.
out of my lungs, and I was just I don't know, but I just tried to swim, and then finally when I broke the surface, I could just like slowly make my way to the side.
You dog pedaled.
Yeah, yeah,
That's always the best way to go.
yeah. um, I climb water towers sometimes. So
Wow. Not afraid of heights, I see.
I am, but I do it
What?
anyway because it's
Okay.
fun.
And you've done it here in Washington Union? Where do you climb your towers?
Winsville. Winsville
Winsville?
has a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to do the ones around here, but they usually have a lot of cameras or like fences up because you're not supposed to climb them.
Oh, and you do this why?
Because it's fun.
It's fun. And when you get up to the top, what do you just sit there
Yeah,
and just look?
just sit there and look. Sometimes we'll take a laser pointer and like point it at people's doors.
I don't think you should be saying that. Cameraman, we gotta edit that.
Can't prove it. It's fun.
I see. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
And when you go there by yourself or with someone else?
I've gone by myself a few times, but with my friend, yeah, we'll go.
One friend,
Yeah,
female, male.
female.
Okay, they're into that too, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're crazy.
Well, that's good to hear. Next time you see a pointer,
Yeah, it might be
it's
me.
Kenzie.
Yeah.
Kenzie, knock it off. Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Kenzie, the last question I have for you, and maybe I'm asking it again, but what do you think makes a good relationship besides the fun part?
Hmm. Sharing the same values.
Just values, not like experiences or common interest.
No, because I think that brings like a lot of variety and new experiences into your life. If the person you're with has other interests, because then you can explore theirs, and but having the same core values is really important because if you don't believe in the same things, then that's gonna be an issue at some point.
Yeah, I see that. I can definitely see that. So I have something to follow up. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you be? I know you said the ocean, but this is anywhere in the world, not
Anywhere.
the Pacific or the Atlantic, since you're from America.
Right. Honestly, Mount Everest.
Really?
Yeah, if I could go to Mount Everest
But it's
and
not an ocean, it's cold.
yeah, but it'd be so amazing to even get partially up the way of that.
The summit.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'd probably die.
So yeah, so the sun, I mean, Mount Everest. Wow. I didn't think you were a climber. Well, I what am
Oh,
I talking about? Towers.
yeah, I like climbing things.
So that's right up your alley. And I'm
Yeah.
surprised you didn't do it in Montana. Montana has a lot of mountains too, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
I used to climb mountains in Montana all the time.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
peaceful out there.
it
Being just
is.
grounded to nature and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They say that if you hug a tree, like really hug it, that energy will kind of like heal what needs to be healed. Even if you're grounded, your feet are grounded in the dirt. I've known that before, and I remember telling you that.
Hmm.
When you really put your feet on the ground and just let everything go, it tends to liberate not all, but some sort of energy that comes through to you into because we're
Absolutely.
all connected.
Yeah, I strongly believe that. And that's why I love living where I live, because it's just trees.
That's nice. I'm
Yeah.
jealous. I
Well,
have no trees. Well, maybe one big one, but I can't go out there and hug it.
right. You could.
Well, I could do that. Oh, I did stairs. You need to come get her.
Yeah. We calling somebody.
Yeah, the men in white coats.
Yeah, probably.
Well, Kenzie, it's been wonderful having you here. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and just let us know a little bit about who you are, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having
Thank you.
me.